Andrew, huge. And just big beer-bellied guys like, the football players come out and it's, everybody has their faces painted. It's mind control. It's designed to manufacture your consent for the military. Otherwise, the rest of the world would care about this league and this sport. They don't. There's air fighter jets flying, death machines flying over at a lot of football games. It was the SoFi. It's the money center. That's what SoFi Stadium is. It's the money center brought to you by killing machines. Give it up for Very Good Clips. Go subscribe to them. They're making money now.
My chain. My chain. My chain. Don't you like my chain?
I get a little triggered by the college football stuff. Texas culture revolves around when I see my people from back home, or I see my in-laws, they're like, "Oh, did you see that over at Tarleton State, they traded the guy that was their wide receiver coach. He's now at Tech." Yeah, and they're thinking that. TCU's supposed to be pretty good this year. Yeah, TCU. We'll wait till they go down to the Dome and play UT. When they go down to, they're going to UT in October. Yeah, they are. They're going to play them. Yeah, they're going to play them, and Tech's going to be playing. Tech's going to be playing too. Yeah. I'm like, yeah? Are they? Are they? Are they? You know how many dinners I've sat through that's just that? And I'm sitting there trying to be a good son-in-law who's not insane and actually wrong. Well, yeah, they're thinking, the guy who was on the Cowboys, he played for the Cowboys in the 80s when they got their first ring. Okay, so now that guy, he used to be, funny enough, he went to the same church as Roddy Piper, the NASCAR driver. Their kids went to Arlington, but that guy, he was on the Cowboys, now he's at Tech. He's their coach. Yeah, actually, no, I think they're Baptist, yeah. This is hour 2 of me sitting at McAllister's Deli in some big shopping mall in the Dallas suburbs. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. You're totally not activating me right now. And people go, "Oh, Ben thinks he's so cool. He thinks he's so much smarter than anybody because he can't." No, I'm telling you, there are some people, their entire life revolves around college sports. It is a mental illness. Please, for the love of God, tell me about the lore of Minions or the Trolls movies or something. Give me Marvel, give me DC. I can't hear about, the Tannehills. They were over at Andrews, and then, he went up. He played only 1 year junior, but he was so good, he went over. He's at TCU now. But SMU's thinking they're going to get him, yeah, because he's good. He rushed 400-something yards, I think, and actually, Aunt Nellie actually taught him in Bible school. It's torture. When I see people wearing college football shirts and talking about college football, I want to kill myself immediately. The moment I see a clip of someone cheering with face paint, I want to effective immediately. As soon as I see something like that, I want to kill myself. No questions asked. No, take my. Not even Bud Dwyer telling you to step back so you don't get hurt. Not even pulling it out of the brown bag, pulling it out behind me like Bugs Bunny style and sticking it between my fucking buck teeth and my receding gums from all the orange juice I'm drinking. I'm sorry, but that's the ultimate, like, you're a goy. You're a goy. That is like, I'll give you I always have shit on the people, the hipsters that are like, oh, are you into sports ball? If you're like super, super into college football, I think you're beyond brainwashed more than like Disney people. And I know that's not a fair opinion. That's not a fair opinion at all. And I know people are proud of like where they went to college and stuff. But if your whole personality is like where you went to college, I think nothing of you. I think absolutely nothing of you. I don't think going to college is an accomplishment. I don't think graduating from a college is an accomplishment. I don't think pledging a fraternity is an accomplishment. They're not, here's the news flash, by the way. They're not your team. You don't have anything to do with them. Just because you went there between 2008 and 2012, they're not your team. You can stop acting like you own them or you did anything. You got a bachelor's of science and some bullshit there. That's all you did. You ate pussy for the first time there. Great. I'm super happy for you. Oh, do you have a couple funny drinking stories? That's great, man. Move the fuck on with your life. That's 18 to 22, and then there's all the other parts of life. There's all the other parts of life to go explore, and they're so much more interesting and so much more fun. School is fucking gay, and it's for losers. I'm sorry if this is like making some people mad, but it as soon as I see that, that's like the mark of the beast. That's like Cain and Abel stuff. That tells me you're destined to wander the earth for the rest of your life and not look up or down or to the side or find anything interesting. If you're wearing that, and I know that's so mean. That's too mean, and I don't like that I have that opinion. You people think, by the way, often that I like having these opinions. I don't. I'm just trying to be honest with you about how I feel. Here's how I feel. I don't necessarily like that. It's not advantageous to me to think this way. I wish I thought another way. I don't. This is how I feel. I don't like these opinions. They're gay sometimes. They're very annoying. They're very obnoxious. They're often wrong, but they're mine. They're mine, and I have made a life raft of them, and I'm floating on them. I'm floating on them in this rocky red, white, and blue sea. I saw her in the car talking about like, you know, Auburn or whatever. And I was like, I can't, I don't know. I don't even know how that's a human. I don't know how that's a human being. I don't even know how that's a human being. I don't know how that is a human being. That's not a human to me. That is a lab rat. That is a sick and twisted goy. It's a sick and wicked goy. You're a wicked goy if you're painting up your face and you're super into college. Especially when people are like into a college sports team. Like they're telling me everything about it. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, where'd you go to college? They're like, oh, I didn't go. I'm like, you didn't even go to the university. No, don't shit on Shane. Don't shit on Shane. It's different. Some people can go about it in like a cool way and shit. Also, like if you have like an interesting life and you've built a compelling life for yourself, it's not like, you know. By the way, shout out to Shane Gillis. I guess one of the only real comics left. I mean, I went to an NFL game. I went to the Chargers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. It's never... People think that I'm being a hater when I say this. I don't think that I am, because I had a really, really good time at the game, and I was taking it all in and studying all the people, and there's no one that is more... I'll say this. If I was in an intelligence agency of some kind in the modern day, And it was my job to enlist the next generation of Manchurian candidates and to do mind control experiments on people. I would go to NFL games. These people are the most susceptible to all forms of mind control that exist. It's the SoFi Stadium. It's over by LAX. It's a massive eyesore. If you've seen anything in China, you look at this and it's a concrete jungle. There's a massive parking lot in every direction. It's ugly. It's gray. It's really, really structurally it makes sense, but it's just functional. There's nothing cool about it. It's hard to get in and out of. There's no color to it whatsoever. And there's a giant screen. It feels like it's 5 inches from your face the entire time because there's a screen the size of the actual stadium hovering over the football stadium throughout the game. And I kept pointing this out to Devin and Connor and Jace because they weren't even noticing this. The giant screen would every 20 seconds would change and it would just say Anduril, which is a autonomous weapons company. That guy, Lucky Palmer, I think it's his company. Do you guys remember him? He went on Rogan and talked about I don't know. I don't even know. I didn't watch it, but I'm sure it was about how it's good to invent a gun that as soon as you just got to plug the gun in, it does everything for you. Yeah, you don't want to. You've seen that documentary, The Act of Killing? What if you could do the act of killing, but you didn't even have to lift a finger? What if I told you the robots could do the killing for you, so you don't even have to? You just plug in the death machine and leave. It'll do the rest of the work. How's that sound? But it just kept flashing. Anduril, big. It didn't say what it was. Obviously, it didn't say what it was. There was never even any context for Anduril. Anduril, huge. And just big, beer-bellied guys like... The football players come out and it's... Everybody has their faces painted. It's mind control. It's designed to manufacture your consent for the military. Otherwise, the rest of the world would care about this league and this sport. They don't. There's air fighter jets flying up, death machines flying over at a lot of football games. It was the SoFi. It's the money center. That's what SoFi Stadium is. It's the money center brought to you by killing machines. It's the money arena brought to you by weapons. That was the whole night. I tried to wait in line for the bathroom. A Mexican dude who was supporting Philly and a fucking white asshole cut in front of us with a baby. And he started like, he turned around and he goes, "My wife needs to breastfeed in here, so you guys need to go find another bathroom." And I was like, he was wanting a fight out the gate. He didn't ask if he could cut. Look, he had a 3-month-old. I don't know why he brought this 3-month-old to a fucking football game. But I guess he had a lot of, his fantasy football and everything. You still got to bring the 3-month-old. Like, that's smart. Your baby can barely protect itself from any sort of disease at 3 months, but you went to an arena with 85,000 people in it. That's awesome. You're cool. You're cool, dude. So he cuts in front of me and this cholo. And the cholo obviously was like, bro, like what the hell? Like me and homie right here, we were in line. And he goes, the white guy goes, "Oh, are you saying you're more important than a baby? Yeah, how about you go around to the big public restroom and how about you go do your drugs in there?" To the cholo. And I was like, I stepped to the side, I did this. And I just watched him go back and forth, and then the white guy handed the baby to his wife. And it wasn't a family-only bathroom. It was just a single one. It said it's for families and for singles. The line to get into the main one, I was like, I'm not doing this. People kept walking out of the men's restroom at the stadium like, boo, boo. They were doing weird chants, CHARGER, and then guys in line would start synchronizing screaming as I can see the little flecks of piss were all over their cargo shorts and dripping on the ground. I'm like, I can't piss in that environment, man. I can't do it. Not gonna do it. So I was in the single one. And this white guy, he kept accusing the Mexican guy of wanting to do drugs. When the white guy and his wife and the baby go in there and they lock the door, and the cholo he turns to me, he's like, "Bro, what the fuck, bro? It's like trouble like finds me and shit. Like I don't know what the fuck, but like." He goes, "Did I do anything fucked up to him?" And I was like, "No, he's just a white asshole." And he's like, "Fuck." And he was like, "Yeah." I love dropping that. I love shitting on white people around minorities. When the white guy's in the wrong, that feels good. He was really down with me. Then I went in to piss, and as I'm coming out, the white dude was ready to attack the cholo guy, and he grabbed him. And as soon as he grabbed him, I just closed the door and locked it. When I came out, there was a security guard. There was a whole thing. He was like, "He fucking put hands on me. Fuck him." And I just went and got a 48-ounce Pepsi and a cheese quesadilla and some peanut M&Ms. And I just watched the two teams. The stakes aren't high because everybody makes so much money, and who gives a shit anyway? I went and I set my ass down in the nosebleeds and watched the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Los Angeles Chargers, who have been in LA for what, 2 days? I'm supposed to root for them. I mean, does football mean anything? These teams, they move around constantly. I just, every 15 seconds, Andrew. So I got on my phone, I'm reading about Andrew. I'm like, they made a gun that you can just like throw in a room and it has legs and it starts killing Venezuelans. I'm like, very good. Very good. Thank you, Palmer Luckey. Thank you. I love Palmer Luckey. I listened to Palmer Luckey on Rogan. And I loved when he went on a podcast the next week and he was with these two dude bros. It was like some podcast like Bussin' with the Boys, where they're recording in an RV for some reason, and they all have fatty liver disease. They're just sitting there. They're way too old to be wearing backwards hats. It's very embarrassing, but they're around people with no taste or thoughts, so they're allowed to, dress like they're in the cartoon Recess. Despite rapidly, I can't stand the backwards hat. I can't stand the old guy wearing you might as well have a backpack on and like a trapper keeper that you're walking. It's disgusting. You got to stop. You got to have more respect. You got to have more taste for yourself. Than I know your hairline's receding. Everyone's hairline is receding. Just wear the hat frontward. Please wear it. I can't do the 42-year-old in the backward who loves sports. I have no respect for you. I'm not going to look you in your eye. Knock it the fuck off. You're not about to impromptu play flag football. Okay, you don't need to you don't need to put it on in a very sort of utilitarian way. Put it on the front so it blocks the sun. No more backward. No more backwards. Stop. Stop doing it. It pisses me off. It's not okay. It's not okay. Especially if you're white. Especially if you're white. Knock it off. Get a real hat or wear your hat frontward. Anyway.
My chain. My chain. My chain. My chain. Don't you like my chain?